All right, guys, it's finally time. I've had my John Deere 3039R for exactly 1 year today. I want to go over the good and the bad. Let's get into it. All right. The tractor is actually at the dealership for the 4th time since I got it in a year. Coolant leak and hydraulic fluid leaks. But through the magic of YouTube editing several days later, the 3039R is now finally back, so we can do a proper review. So the question that you're probably asking yourself, does this guy even like his tractor? The answer is yes. I like it a lot. Even though this tractor's been down quite a bit, I love it. And I know that these tractor videos do not do as well as the tool videos and toolbox videos on my channel, but I do love this tractor, and it is a tool. It's the biggest tool I have. And this thing saves me so much time. It is unreal. If I were to do this again, I would give a much harder look at Kioti. I could not find a comparable Kioti on the lot anywhere to look at. And there's only one dealership near me and they're very tiny. I did look at a Boomer 40 New Holland. I actually really liked that tractor. The cabs were a lot bigger. They were like $30,000 less than this for similar equipment. I looked at LS, they were okay. If I were gonna get an LS, I would have just got a New Holland. I also looked at Mahindra. There's so many mixed reviews out there for Mahindra. I couldn't get behind it. I did look pretty hard at a Kubota. They weren't a whole lot cheaper than this tractor. So would I buy this tractor again? Let me tell you why I bought this tractor. It was the first tractor in John Deere's lineup with a factory heated and cooled cab. They really should make this cab on the 2038R. That would have probably fit me, my needs a little bit better. A 2038R with Hydros Plus cylinders, this cab, I think that would be the perfect size for me. But that doesn't exist yet. This first thing that I like is the John Deere Quick Attach system. I know everyone screams that skid steer Quick Attach is better, but it's not better. It's worse. It's just more popular just because it came out first. The skid steer Quick Connect has a lot more going on, a lot more moving parts in it. There are springs and lubrication required and all kinds of stuff. But I personally have not had any issues with its capacity. It can lift, this 320R can lift a hefty chunk of weight. Coming from a 1 Series, this is like well over double, probably close to 3 times what it can lift. I just know that I can lift IBC cages full of firewood to almost max height, stack them, I can lift 2 of them, no problem. It's really, really strong. One thing I don't like about the loader is it's been in the shop a couple times for this specific issue. The loader has like a flutter when it goes up and down. It's been in several times to get it readjusted. All the mounts checked out and retorqued many, many times. Another thing I've noticed about the loader is the grease zerks here. You put grease in it and it seems to broadcast it all over. It squishes right out everywhere. So when you put a little grease in, it ends up like this, all over the place. It was not like that on the 1025R. There is more play in this loader and these pins. This tractor has 100 hours on it and it's been babied. Hey, before we go any further, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm serious. I'm a fat guy and I'm on my knee right now. I mean it. I need you to like, comment, and subscribe so that this was worth it. Thank you. Another thing I really like about this tractor, the hydraulic hookups for the loader, way easier to do than the 1025R. Everything here is really nicely laid out. You can get to everything, even the third function stuff right here, you can totally get to. Another thing the factory was very, very short on was protection to the front end on the tractor. That's why I got the 511 grill guard and the side plates, because I do use the grapple quite a bit. And you definitely need it because there's nothing here. This thing is nice, but it doesn't stop brush or really anything from, you know, protruding into the headlights and the grill and whatnot. Hood on this is plastic. I do not like that they're plastic. If it gets dented, I think it'd be nice to be able to pound the dent out. If this gets any kind of an impact, it will break, and they are not cheap. Another weak area on this tractor is the toolbox. Out of the box, you don't get one. So you buy the kit, you attach the bracket, you put the box on, has a little strap here to hold it on here. It's just a pain to get into, especially when it's real cold. this strap is very hard to take off and get into whatever you need. So they need to figure out a better way to do this. I don't like this. Another issue I had with this tractor when I first got it was the width of the back. It was way too narrow and it felt super tippy. So I had them flip the rims so they were on the widest setting now. And it does help quite a bit. It does put this out past the fender a lot, whereas before it was tucked in really tight and there was like a couple inches actually of fender. You could not have put tire chains on this with the rims the way they were. One of the biggest weaknesses of this tractor is the hydraulic situation here out back. It's ridiculous. For the amount of money that this machine costs, this machine should have at least factory out of the box 2 full circuits back here, no question. If you add a third function, you've got this one circuit here that you can run hoses from the front all the way to the back so that you can use your bang on, bang off switch on the loader control. So one of the huge problems with that is you can't slow the flow. It's not like a diverter and it's not a proportional valve. So it's one of the reasons that the Artilleon grapple, the Iron Fist, didn't work well with this tractor because it just slammed it closed and slammed it open. It was too much stress for such a weak implement. It really was made for tractors smaller than this. I added Ken's bolt-on hook diverter back here. So you can have basically the original circuit and then you have one extra circuit. This is still not enough. They need a redesigned valve system that would just take up this whole area up on top. The other thing that I had put on this, I have the backhoe for this, so I had the Power Beyond installed. I like the backhoe a lot. There's only a couple weak points on that, and that's just the mechanical thumb or hydraulic thumb attachment point. One thing that this tractor does really good are these side link stabilizers. I love this style. I don't like the chain and turnbuckle that the cheaper tractors in the 1 Series have. This is much better. It's really easy to adjust. I always leave it with a little bit of play on it. It makes it easier to hook up to stuff, but this is a great idea. Another thing I really like is this license plate bracket you can get that's made for this tractor, and it's a great spot to mount lights, strobes or whatnot, and a rear camera. Fantastic idea, takes up no space. And I can still get into the filter here, no problem. One thing I hate about this tractor is the stupid antenna. I don't even know why they put this on. This one didn't even have a radio in it, and I don't plan on putting one in. If I did put a radio in, it would be for Bluetooth, so it'll hook to my phone. So I don't see a point in this at all. I think I'll probably remove this because it just gets gnarled up on branches and crap like that. All right, it's a little thing, but it's not. This door, it doesn't have a strut or anything to hold itself open. If you want to get out and run the loader control here, let's say you're doing this, one of these numbers to try and get the implement off the front or put it on a cart or whatever. I have an Artilleon cart that holds my forks and my bucket, and it's so easy just to come around the side, just do this and then take it off. I find myself in this scenario often enough where this door, without having a strut to hold it open, is insanely annoying. I do have the Ken's bolt-on hooks kit that I bought months and months ago. I just haven't installed it yet, I haven't had time. So this right here is one of the big problems with this tractor. This joystick is horrible. It's not so much the joystick, but like this right here, see all this torsional movement? That's the joystick, and it's pretty crap. Now, this is the worst part. Look at all that slop. I have never operated a tractor, especially one that costs this much, that has play like this in this loader control valve. The reason it's like this is because it has cables that go to an actual valve. It's not, you know, the valve isn't like right here or just below it like on a 1025R. This tractor can't do multiple inputs at the same time well because of this finicky, touchy, ridiculous cable system. I hate this. I do like the ergonomic shape of the handle, and I like the buttons on the other side. Those are nice, but this is garbage. The 3-point height on this is also terrible. It doesn't go high enough. It doesn't have a very intuitive feel. The depth selector here, this is fine, not bad. I do like that you can get all kinds of accessories to mount in the cab here, so that you can mount stuff like this. I have one for the other side I'm going to put in. this makes it a little easier to operate. All right, so getting in this cab is easy. The step is really well placed. The handle here is perfect on the door, very easy to get in and out of. There's plenty of opening, so you just step on up. Now, it is small. The cab is little in this thing. I'm an overweight middle-aged man, and I fit in here barely. I feel like it's very closed in around you. So this is my leg room. There's not a lot. Like the pedals are like right here. You just lift my leg up. Let's see if I can show you. Just trying to lift your leg up, and boy, they are right there. Not a lot of room. Look at how tight your leg is to the console here, to this joystick. So not a lot of room. I have the seat all the way back. You know, not that much room. I mean, most people aren't going to be, you know, super fat, I guess, but the cab's definitely made for skinny dudes. But the layout of everything in here is not bad. It's all close by. The four-wheel drive engagement, I'm not a huge fan of this, simply because I have to turn the wheel a little bit for it to engage. This factory spot here for a camera was awesome. I put my monitor here and it hooks up to it just like the regular factory mirror in the factory mirror location. That's pretty darn cool. The radio on this doesn't exist. Can get one. Maybe I will in the future, just to have Bluetooth. You can see all your controls really well through the steering wheel. Headlights, diesel particulate filter, garbage, turn signals, which I never use, like, ever. On the side control surface, this is decent. I like the way this is laid out. This little pad here is nice. You can, you know, set all your stuff. The selector here for the PTO, I had trouble with this when I first got it. They had to take it in for that too. The cable wasn't adjusted at all, and so it did nothing when you move this. These controls are pretty easy to reach. You can see here I have the AC on, and I have it on low, and the heat's on. The heat's set to high, and I just turn it on. Now, the reason I do that is to help with the fogging, and that pretty much eliminates it. The window lever is in a decent spot. It's kind of in the middle. You really gotta twist your body around though to use it. Grab this handle, close it. Once it's closed, you can't really pull on this and shut it at the same time. It's kind of hard. So I just grab hold of that and push it down, and that's how that locks. The vent system back here is easy to maintenance and clean. It pops off pretty easy. I actually have a couple wires running back through there you can't see. It's got lots of little vent pods everywhere. I think it does pretty good there, keeping the cab climatized the way you want it. Yeah, plenty of ventilation. Handy little light up there. I use that. I usually leave it on the setting when I open the door, it turns on. On the driver's side, we've got a couple things. So we've got space for one more mounting, accessory mounting bracket system. We've got, of course, your little 12-volt power outlet. This is what I use to power on my camera currently until I take the top off to do some other little things to run strobe lights. Then I will actually go ahead and hardwire that up there. I put a bunch of pins and stuff in the storage area. I have no idea what this is. No idea why that's like that or what's going on there. Don't know. One of the things that we haven't talked about yet that is a huge reason to buy a John Deere is removing implements from it, or attachments, I guess. The loader comes off super easy. The bucket comes off super easy. The backhoe especially comes off incredibly easy. Not even 2-3 minutes you can have that backhoe on and off. It is amazingly simple, and no other manufacturer can do that. No one does that. They're close, but close might as well be 10 miles away when it comes to how far ahead John Deere is with that. And that is one of the reasons that I got this, because if it's easy to do, if it's easy, you'll do it. If it's not easy, you won't do it. And then you won't utilize everything that you're paying for. So would I buy John Deere again? I think I would buy this tractor again. I would. So thank you guys for listening and, you know, hearing me talk about this tractor, because I kind of fell in love with it again during making the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.